आपने इतना कुछ दिया देश को, फिर भी लोग आपको बोलते जा रहे हैं। देखिए, कोई भी आपको बाय बोल के नहीं जाता।
वी आर रिटायर्ड आत्मा जमना लाल, रिटायर ही रहिए। जब मरे हुए लोग जिंदा लोगों की लाइफ में इंटरफियर करते हैं ना, तो भूत कहलाते हैं।
बापू, आप मुझे अपना मुंह बोला बेटा मानते हैं। मेरे लिए इतना तो पता लगाइए कि मेरे पोते आपके बताए सिद्धांतों का पालन कर रहे हैं या नहीं। कमल नैन, रामकृष्ण, मधुर और राहुल को तो मैं सिखा कर आया था, कथनी करनी एक सी, जो कहो वो करो। उन्होंने बच्चों को आगे सिखाया कि नहीं, पता नहीं बापू।
जिद्दी हो। मानोगे नहीं ना।
100 साल बीत गए बापू, एक बार तो अपने पोतों का रिपोर्ट कार्ड चेक करना बनता है।
मोरे,
बापू, आप बाहर कैसे आ गए बापू?
बेटा बजाज परिवार का रिपोर्ट कार्ड लेने आया हूँ। देखना है यहाँ बापू की कोई वैल्यू है या सिर्फ बापू के फोटो की।
नहीं नहीं बापू, बजाज परिवार में कोई बाप की सुने या ना सुने, बापू की सब सुनते हैं। आप टेंशन मत लीजिए बापू, आप जाइए फोटो में वापस।
अब तो पूरा काम करके ही जाऊंगा बेटा। जाओ, राजीव को बुलाओ यहाँ।
हाँ। सर, मोहनदास जी आए हैं।
कौन मोहनदास? एडवोकेट?
हाँ, एडवोकेट है, पर वो अपने लीगल वाले नहीं। वो मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी। बापू बापू।
आओ राजीव। बेटा ये क्या, हमें तो अंग्रेजी वस्तुओं का बहिष्कार करना था और तुम अंग्रेजी बाइक पे बजाज का स्टिकर लगा के बेच रहे हो।
बापू, ये अंग्रेजी नहीं, देसी बाइक है, 100% स्वदेशी। इसको इंपोर्ट नहीं, एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं। अंग्रेजों से खरीदी नहीं है, उनको बेच रहे हैं।
108 देशों में बेचते हैं बापू। आपके साउथ अफ्रीका में तो एकदम सुपर हिट है ये।
We are world's most favorite Indian now, बापू।
ये कब हुआ? वर्ल्ड्स फेवरेट इंडियन तो मैं था। इस स्कूटर का क्या हुआ? राहुल ने इतनी शिद्दत से बनाया था। हमारा बजाज। यू मस्ट नेवर फॉरगेट योर रूट्स राजीव।
कभी नहीं बापू। वो देखिए, अब ये इलेक्ट्रिक बन गया है, ई चेतक। आप ही ने सिखाया था ना, ग्रीन इंडिया।
जमना लाल खुश होंगे ये जानकर कि तुम मेरे दिखाए हुए मार्ग पे चल रहे हो।
मैं तो रोज आपके मार्ग पे ही चलता हूँ बापू, MG रोड।
नटखट हो। मोरे, चलो संजीव के पास। पहचाना?
हम फाइनेंस वाले आपको कैसे नहीं पहचानेंगे? आप तो हर नोट पे हो और हम तो वही काम करते हैं जो आप करते थे।
वो कैसे बेटा?
आइए बताता हूं। आपने देश को फ्रीडम दिलाई, हम देशवासियों को फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम दिलाए। साल में करीबन 60 लाख से भी ज्यादा लोगों को हम उनका पहला लोन, इंश्योरेंस, होम लोन और एफडी भी देते हैं।
देश के फ्रीडम में ईएमआई नहीं लगता था बेटा। जोक है। आगे बोलो।
बापू, बिजनेस के अलावा भी हम स्पोर्ट्स, म्यूजिक और आर्ट रिलेटेड फील्ड्स में काम कर रहे हैं। देश को आइकॉन्स दिलाने में लगे हैं।
वेल प्लेड संजीव। मोरे, चलो नीरज और शेखर के पास।
चलो।
खादी जैकेट मुझे इम्प्रेस करने के लिए पहन लिया।
नहीं बापू, ये सालों से खादी पहन रहे हैं।
तो शेखर बेटा बताओ, तुम क्या कर रहे हो देश के लिए? थोड़ा जल्दी बताना, वापस भी जाना है।
Hello. Bajaj Beyond, it's a national CSR vertical. We are creating scalable social ecosystems to empower human capital through vocational upskilling, sustainable livelihood creation, and inclusive rural transformation models
बस
across
बस बस
multi-sectoral
बेटा,
partnerships.
मैं पुराने नेटवर्क का आदमी हूँ, इतना बफर नहीं कर पाऊंगा।
सिंपल में बोले तो बापू, आपके जैसे देश को चरखा चलाना सिखा रहे हैं। स्किल डेवलपमेंट, जैसे बाइक रिपेयर, सोलर पैनल लगवाना या कंप्यूटर चलाना, इस टाइप में।
बजाज बियॉन्ड से देश के 2 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा यंगस्टर्स के स्किल्स डेवलप होंगे बापू।
अरे बियॉन्ड का मतलब क्या हुआ नीरज?
जो काम बियॉन्ड बिजनेस होता है बापू, मतलब फॉर नेशन, फॉर सोसाइटी।
हाँ, इसीलिए बजाज बियॉन्ड।
अच्छा। नीरव, तुम इतने चुप क्यों हो?
बापू, आप ही ने कहा था ना, स्पीक ओनली इफ इट इम्प्रूव्स अपॉन द साइलेंस, एंड साइलेंस विद यू वाज सो गुड।
साइलेंस अच्छा है, लेकिन देश को बदलने के लिए कभी कभी थोड़ा शोर मचाना पड़ता है।
शोर तो मचा रहे हैं बापू, पर अपनी करनी से। आज हम देश के हेल्थ सेक्टर में भी आत्मनिर्भर बनने की कोशिश में लगे हैं।
आ रहा हूँ। निकलना होगा, जमुना लाल बेचैन हो रहा है।
लेकिन बापू, जाने से पहले एक ग्रुप फोटो तो बनता है।
ले लो ले लो।
क्या रिपोर्ट लाए हैं बापू?
बाहर तो जमुनालाल केमिकल लोचा हो गया है। 100 साल बाद भी बच्चों के दिमाग में हमारे ही सिद्धांत घूम रहे हैं। आज भी जो कहते हैं वही करते हैं। कथनी करनी एक सी है।
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With the confirmation received on the requisite quorum being present, I commence my formal address to you. This year marks a historic milestone as the Bajaj Group completes 100 years of its remarkable journey of entrepreneurship, innovation, and nation building. As we step into our second century, we do so with humility, confidence, and an enduring commitment to create long-term value for all our stakeholders. It is hence both a privilege and a matter of immense pride to address you as Chairman of the company at the 18th Annual General Meeting of Bajaj Housing Finance Limited. We chose to convene this AGM through electronic mode to facilitate the participation of shareholders from diverse geographies. And I'm happy to say that we have over 800 people already that have registered for today. Now, I would like to introduce my colleagues on the board of the company. I begin with the chairpersons of our committees. Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya, Chairman of the Audit Committee and the IT Strategy Committee. Shri Ajay Kumar Chaudhary, Chairman of the Risk Management Committee. Anami Roy, Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, the Stakeholder Relationship Committee, and the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Jasmine Cheney, Chairperson of Customer Service Committee and the Special Committee for Monitoring and Follow-up of Cases of Frauds. Shri S.M.N. Swamy, Member of the Risk Management Committee, the Stakeholder Relationship Committee, Customer Service Committee, and Special Committee for Monitoring and Follow-up on Cases of Frauds. Rajiv Jain, Non-Executive Director and Vice Chairman of the company and Chairman of the Credit Committee. Let me now introduce the Managing Director of your company, Atul Jain. All the directors are present in person at the meeting. Also present with us on the dais are Gaurav Kalani, Chief Financial Officer and Chief Sustainability Officer, and Atul Patni, the Company Secretary. We also have in attendance the auditors of the company, Ravi Kapoor, Partner, Singhi & Co., and Saurabh Chitle, Partner, Mukundam Chitle & Co., Joint Statutory Auditors, and Devendra Deshpande, Proprietor, DVD and Associates, Secretarial Auditor. The following requisite documents are made available for inspection electronically. 1, the auditor's report on financial statements for financial year 26. 2, the register of contracts with related parties. 3, the register of directors and key managerial personnel. 4, the certificate from Secretarial Auditor that the employee stock option scheme is in compliance with the applicable SEBI regulations. And 5, the Secretarial Audit Report for financial year 26. The auditor's report on the standalone financial statements and the Secretarial Audit Report for the financial year ended 31 March 2026 do not contain any observation, adverse remark, qualification, or disclaimer having any adverse effect on the functioning of the company. And accordingly, the said reports are not being read out as permitted by law. Let me now a little bit talk to you about the company. India's housing story is no longer just a real estate story. It is a nation-building story. Over the next decade, India's low mortgage to GDP penetration as compared to developed markets and even many emerging economies, our rising urbanization, our growing income levels and aspirations, demographic advantages with one of the youngest populations globally, technology-driven financial inclusion and credit deepening, as well as supportive government policies, all this creates a very large mortgage opportunity in our country. Our government's vision of housing for all is helping millions of families move from aspiration to ownership, while simultaneously driving economic growth, employment generation, and financial inclusion. Flagship programs such as PMAY have helped make ownership affordable for economically weaker sections and middle-income households through subsidies and policy incentives. Your company, Bajaj Housing Finance, is proud to be an active participant in this journey. Through our expanding mortgage franchise and initiatives such as Sambhav Housing, we are extending credit to first-time home buyers, affordable housing customers, and underserved communities. Bajaj Housing's strategy is to be a full product suite mortgage company, whether it's offering home loans, affordable housing loans, loan against property, lease rental discounting, as well as developer financing. This diversified approach enables the company to participate across the entire housing value chain. Every home finance is not merely a loan disbursed. It is a family's dream realized, a community strengthened, and a contribution towards India's vision of inclusive and sustainable growth. Continuing the strong tradition of giving back, rooted in a long legacy of social stewardship, the Bajaj Group embarked on its most ambitious journey 2 years back with Bajaj Beyond, a landmark commitment by the group to touch the lives of 2 crore Indians with an investment of 5,000 crore over 5 years. We view CSR not merely as a corporate mandate, but as a nation and society building imperative, focusing on 2 pillars, youth and children. That is the youth of today and that of tomorrow. In FY26, Bajaj FinServe's CSR initiatives, that is across our financial services, translated this vision into action through 291 projects, with a total CSR expenditure of rupees 416 crore, focusing on 5 strategic pillars. And those are youth skilling, child education, child health, child protection, and inclusion for persons with disabilities. Your company participated in this with a spend of 43.84 crore rupees. On that note, dear shareholders, I shall now hand it over to Atul Jain, our MD, to update you on business performance, financial highlights, and company insights for the first quarter or FY27, as well as the year gone by.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Dear shareholders, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you to the 18th AGM of your company. I'll be covering 5 sections in today's presentation, which will take around 15 to 20 minutes. This presentation includes the following 5 sections, which I'll cover, starting from the quarterly results, which got approved today, then to FY26 year highlights, to the company structure, from a regulatory update to management assessment for the coming year. Let us quickly start with section 1, which is quarterly results highlights for Q1 FY27, which were approved by the board today. Overall, a good start to the year across key metrics of growth, operating efficiency, and profitability during the uncertain geopolitical scenario. Your company delivered highest ever quarterly AUM growth and quarterly disbursements, where AUM grew 24% and disbursements grew 33% on YOY basis. Operating efficiencies also saw further improvement during the quarter, with OPEX to net income reduction to 19.6% as against 21.2% in Q1 FY26. Asset quality continued to remain healthy, with GNP of 29 bips compared to 30 bips in Q1 FY26. Profit before tax increased by 23% on YOY basis from 757 crore in Q1 last year to 929 crore this year. Annualized ROE for the company stood at 2.3%, which was stable from the last year, and ROE was 12.5% for the quarter. Your company maintained adequate capital with capital adequacy of 21.59% as of 30th of June 26. This is a quarterly financial snapshot, which I spoke about, and majority of the metrics have been covered on the previous panel. Just as call out is on the net total income of the company grew for the quarter 16%, and profit after tax grew by 23% in QY FY27. I'll move to the next panel, which is the next section, which is covering the previous year's financial performance. Overall, FY26 was a good year across metrics. AUM crossed 1.4 lakh crore mark, and your company delivered 23% AUM growth amidst heightened competitive intensity in prime housing, and that too in a declining interest rate regime. Your company is making strides in Sambhav Housing Initiative, and I'm happy to share that monthly disbursement under this business has now crossed 450 crore run rate during the last quarter. Over the next 9 months, this business is expected to cross 600 crore monthly disbursal run rate. Your company also saw improvement in operating efficiencies with OPEX to net income moderation by 120 beeps from 20.9% in FY25 to 19.7% in FY26. This was achieved despite the company's continued strategic investments in building Sambhav Housing through its disciplined cost management approach. Asset quality remained good with GNPA at 27 beeps as of 31st March and NNPA at 11 beeps, while credit cost for the full year was 17 beeps compared to 7 beeps in FY25, which included overlay release of 60 crores. Profit before tax crossed 3,300 crore in FY26. It grew 20% YOY. I'm moving to the next panel. This panel is giving the overall industry and the company highlights for the year gone by. FY26 for the company saw elevated competitive intensity, which was industry-wide phenomena, primarily from banks in prime housing, driving finer acquisition pricing, which resulted into elevated portfolio attrition. Thereby, the AUM growth for your company was moderated during the last year. At a portfolio level, at an industry level, overall home loan industry grew 9.4% year on year to 44.4 lakh crore in FY26. And I'm happy to inform that your company outpaced industry growth by nearly 2 times by delivering 18% growth in home loans. I'm referring to home loans growth versus a total company growth at 23%. This translating into 1.7% market share at AUM level for the company. Overall, banks account for 80% of the home loan portfolio in the industry, while NBFCs and HFCs hold 20% share in FY26. And within overall NBFCs and HFCs portfolio, your company has now 8.5% market share in home loan portfolio. Its portfolio mix remained well diversified with home loan shares at 54.1%, LAP at 10.8%, LRD at 22.4%, and construction finance at 11.5%. Again, in terms of originations industry-wide, home loans industry grew last year 10.7% YOY. It disbursed total of 11.7 lakh crores during the year. Within this industry numbers, your company improved its market share from 2.3% in FY25 to 2.6% in FY26 with a medium-term target to achieve 5% acquisition market share. Now, your company's overall disbursement momentum also improved compared to the previous year to 27% growth on YOY basis from 50,800 crores to 64,600 odd crores in FY26. It also continued to maintain diversified borrowing mix to optimize cost of funds. The next panel is a full year's financial snapshot. Full year net total income grew 23% and PBT growth was 20% in FY26. Return on assets was 2.3% on annualized basis and ROE was 12.1%. Moving to the next panel, this panel covers product-wise asset quality breakup for FY26. Your company continued to maintain healthy asset quality and provisioning coverage across products while building scalable mortgage business. Portfolio mix remained well diversified. Stage 1 asset mix was higher across products. Stable asset quality with lower GNPA and NNPA, and also healthy provisioning coverage for stage 3 assets in addition to the loan itself having a collateral which provides an additional cushion to the company. Now let us now cover your company's journey and strategy update quickly. Next panel is a 9-year financial snapshot for the company reflecting durable growth and sustainability of your company across 3 phases, which is incubation, which we call the first 3 years of the company as an incubation phase, stabilization phase, which was next 2 years, and the market share enhancement phase, which has been last 3 years. Your company is now the largest private sector housing finance company, and over the years, your company AUM has grown consistently while maintaining profitability. Digital processes and leaner enabling functions have been driving efficiency gains, which is reflected in sustained improvement in OPEX to net income metric. Your company also maintained healthy asset quality over the last 9 years and consistently delivered one of the lowest GNP levels amongst large industry players. With capital adequacy of 22.46% as of March 26, it is very well capitalized to support its market share enhancement strategy and future growth ambitions. Now, I'll cover now a few panels on how do we go forward company strategy from here. Now, your company has crossed a significant milestone of 1.49 lakh crore AUM. As it is operating in very intense competitive environment, there is a natural question, how can we as an HFC sustain profitable growth momentum against competitive pressure from banks? First answer to this question, which is covered in the next panel, is that your company is the most diversified HFC in the industry. It has a full mortgage product suite for both retail as well as commercial customers through home loans, LAP, LRD, and developer finance. Your company has maintained diversified portfolio mix over the years, which is depicted in the upper quadrant of the panel, which enables it to balance growth momentum by scaling other products if some product becomes growth, risk, or return challenge at any point of a time. Still, your company remains focused on growth of all products, given their overall role in the strategic construct of scale, low risk, and reasonable return for the company. The table on the right bottom quadrant shows the overall growth priority construct of the company across its lines of product, with home loans and lease rental discounting being the key anchor products, followed by Sambhav Housing, developer finance, and loan against property. The next panel covers differentiated growth strategies followed by your company for each product. Like in home loans, it has distinct strategies for both segments of home loan, prime and Sambhav Housing. For prime home loans growth, we focus on distribution expansion by deepening presence at developer counters and intermediaries. We also work to leverage the developer finance network by increasing retail home loan penetration in funded and non-funded project of the cases of the projects where we have funded through our developer finance mechanism. Higher conversion from direct sourcing channels. The prime home loan segment has two strategic roles for your company, being a scale driver while delivering low risk for the company. On the other hand, for enabling Sambhav home loans growth, we focus on expansion in non-top 6 markets by widening home loan presence beyond prime housing focused in top 6 market. Customer segment expansion by enhancing addressable customer segment mix to near prime and affordable customers. Also diversify sourcing channel through separate teams for B2B and direct sourcing channels to reduce concentration risk. Sambhav Home Loan helps your company to enhance yield with low to medium risk construct. Current mix of overall HL acquisition between prime and Sambhav Home Loan for the company is 86 and 14%, that is 86% prime and 14% Sambhav, which is expected to transition to 80-20 mix over the medium term. The next panel covers a Sambhav housing growth specifically, wherein through its distinct growth strategy, the company has been able to make significant progress in the very short time. Disbursals in Sambhav have grown from 325-350 crore of a monthly run rate in Q3 FY26, just 2 quarters back, to 450 to 465 crore in Q1 FY27. Average ticket size for this business has been stable at 28 lakh. The business continues to have a higher mix of a customer having bureau score of a greater than 750, that is a credit tested customers at 65%. Thus, it provides further comfort on the overall asset quality of the company. In terms of a geo coverage, this business is now operational across 73 urban and 72 rural locations with dedicated teams for B2C, B2B, and direct sourcing channels. Strategic investments have been made in this business over the last 3 years, and the investment phase will continue over next 2 to 3 years. For the current year, in near prime business, we will continue to invest, and for next 2 years thereon, we will continue to invest in affordable housing. Your company is targeting 600 crore plus of a monthly disbursement run rate in this business over the next 9 months, that is, as we exit the current financial year. Moving to the next panel, this is the organization structure of your company. To accelerate execution and growth across businesses, your company last year aligned its internal organization basis customer segment into 3 verticals. There are 2 retail verticals which cater to prime segment and to near prime and affordable segment, both separate verticals, and a 3rd dedicated commercial vertical offering lease rental discounting and construction finance products to corporate customers. Each vertical has its defined role in the strategic construct of your company, like prime delivers scale and low risk, near prime enables yield enhancement and a customer segment expansion, while commercial helps across scale, low risk, yield, along with providing additional funnel for retail home loans. Each vertical has its dedicated front-end teams and dedicated enabling functions for credit, collateral, operations, and risk policy. This segregation enables businesses to cater to differentiated nuances of their respective customer segments with a sharper execution focus. Moving to the next panel. Your company is also broadening its presence through micro-market focus and omni-channel sourcing strategy, which ensures coverage of wider customer segments, deeper market penetration, and diversified sourcing channels. At the same time, Digital initiatives are being embedded across every touch point of the mortgage journey. These initiatives are designed to enhance customer experience, streamline processes, and reduce hassles inherent in traditional manual journeys. This dual approach of omni-channel, multi-segment acquisition strategy and digital enablement positions your company to scale efficiently while strengthening customer trust. The next panel covers digital initiatives of the company and how company is using digital and AI to enhance customer experience. Your company has been implementing digital initiatives over the years across the customer life cycle, which are further being enhanced through AI initiatives for a seamless customer experience. It has embedded digital initiatives across the loan life cycle, with digital onboarding having 95% of digital retail login penetration, digital processing with 95% of the retail agreements through Customer One portal, and digital servicing with 72,000 unique customers logins per month on its customer portal and app. Your company is further leveraging AI initiatives to further improve these processes across origination, underwriting, collateral assessment, customer service, and people capital through some of the initiatives like voice agent for lead generation, credit personal discussion call intelligence, collateral intelligence and geo analytics, customer assist platform, and interview agent for frontline hiring. These initiatives will enable your company to further enhance customer experience, deliver seamless processes, and improve controllership. I'm moving to the next section, which is section covering regulatory updates. Your company is regulated by Reserve Bank of India, and NHB is the supervisory agency for the company. The RBI and NHB continued their strategic direction last year through various measures to enhance transparency, protect customer interest, ensure fair practices to build sustainability within the sector. The RBI harmonized regulations with focus on improving financial stability, oversight and customer experience. Multiple guidelines were issued, including consolidation of regulatory instructions, framework on co-lending arrangements, and project finance directions. Your company's supervisory authority, NHB, issued circulars comprising fair EMI collection practices, hassle-free PMY, various compliance instructions, and restricting insurance mis-selling practices, etc. Your company remains fully regulatory compliant entity, adhering to applicable regulatory guidelines and directions issued during the year. I'm now moving to the last section of the presentation, which is a management assessment for the year FY27. Now, geopolitical factors since the last quarter have brought cascading impact on economic outlook, inflation, and volatile borrowing cost in the money market. AUM growth for your company is expected to be in range of 21 to 23% for FY27, given home loan industry grew 9.4% in FY26 as against the expected growth corridor of 11-12%, and the competitive intensity across banks remains largely unchanged. Now, the portfolio attrition has shown some moderation in Q1 versus the Q4 of last year. However, we'll have to wait for some time to see that whether it's a trend or it was a one quarter softness. NIM is expected to moderate by 20-25 bips over the last year, considering it is a stable interest rate regime scenario, which limits upward portfolio repricing opportunities, and also competitive intensity remains heightened for the industry. The company shall continue to focus on enhancing operating efficiency. That is where OPEX to net income should be in range of 19 to 20%, despite continued investments in Sambhav housing. And asset quality is also expected to remain healthy, with GNP within 30 to 35 bips and a credit costs in range of 10 to 15 bips for the year. In terms of profitability, ROA is also assessed to be in range of 2.1 to 2.3% and ROE in range of 12 to 13%. Provisioning coverage is expected to remain in range of 50 to 60% and leverage levels at 5.8 to 6.3 times for the year. To conclude, housing finance industry has significant headroom to grow in the country, given current lower housing finance penetration to GDP as compared to the developed economies, and also continued government focus to ensure housing for all. This opportunity, coupled with rising income, provides a strong foundation for sustained growth for housing finance industry. Your company is well positioned to leverage this opportunity to continue to build scalable and sustainable mortgage business. Thank you for your patient listening and continued support. With this, I hand it over back to Chairman.
Thank you, Atul. I'm also happy to announce that we have over 1,200 shareholders who have now joined us virtually. Let me now take up the remaining business items set out in the notice convening this AGM. In terms of provisions of Companies Act and SEBI's listing regulations, members holding shares as on Wednesday, 22nd July 2026, which was the cutoff date, are entitled to vote on the resolutions contained in the AGM notice. Shareholders holding shares as on the cutoff date were provided an option to cast their votes remotely from Saturday, 25 July 26, 9 a.m. till Tuesday, 28 July 26, 5 p.m. by logging into the e-voting platform provided by KFin Technologies Limited. Before proceeding further, let me mention the resolutions as set out in the notice. The first resolution, ordinary, the adoption of the financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31 March 26, together with the directors and the auditors' reports thereon. The second resolution, again ordinary, to appoint a director in the place of Rajiv Jain, who retires by rotation, being eligible, offers himself for reappointment. Third resolution, which is a special one, is the issue of non-convertible debentures through private placement. Fourth resolution, ordinary again, is the approval of material related party transactions between the company and Bajaj Finance Limited for an amount of up to rupees 18,152 crore. Sachin Bhagwat, the practicing company secretary, has been appointed as scrutinizer for the e-voting process. I would now like to invite queries and comments from our shareholders to ensure participation from maximum shareholders, and we have quite a few that have registered to ask us questions. We're happy for that. I would request the shareholders to be brief, precise, and avoid repeating the questions. Queries, questions which we received over email will be taken up subject to availability of time.
Thank you, sir. Dear shareholders, when your name is announced, you will be sent a request to unmute your microphone. Kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak. Kindly click the video on button only once. It will take a few seconds for the video to turn on. Kindly use headphones with a microphone for greater clarity and to eliminate background noise. To ensure that your Wi-Fi is not connected to any other device or devices and no other applications are running in the background, kindly ensure adequate lighting for a good video experience. If there is a connectivity problem at your end, we shall invite our next speaker shareholder to speak and shall attempt to reconnect with you after all other speaker shareholders have been given a chance to express themselves and if connectivity improves. We have a large number of shareholders who have registered to speak at this AGM. To give all shareholders a fair chance to be heard, kindly avoid repeating what has already been expressed by our earlier speakers and do restrict all queries or comments to a maximum of 2 minutes. Notwithstanding the above, should we need to restrict the number of speakers and queries due to paucity of time and smooth conduct of the AGM, do mail us any queries of yours that will still be remaining, and we will answer these via email. Our first speaker shareholder is Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, could you kindly switch your camera on and unmute your microphone? Mr. Jain? We'll move on to our next speaker shareholder, Amir Ali Lakrawala. Mr. Lakrawala, please do switch your camera on, unmute your microphone and speak. Since it's taking time, we'll move on to Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Mr. Gupta?
Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from the city of Joy, Kolkata. I feel proud to be a shareholder of Bajaj Group. In my life, I've got a chance to meet our beloved ex-chairman, Sri Rahul Bajaj ji, when he was the Member of Parliament in Taj Hotel, Delhi. Sir, I thanks to you that you have given an excellent picture of the company for the next 5 years. Sir, I thanks to our MD and his team for the excellent result of the company for the 25-26. सर आपने तो कुछ थोड़ी एमडी साहब ने आपने कि शेयर होल्डर पूछ सके, आपने तो पूरा कवर कर लिया। जो हम लोग कुछ पूछना चाहते थे आपने पूरा बता दिया, पूरा स्लाइड वाइज। कुछ तो हम लोग के लिए भी छोड़िए जो हम लोग आपसे पूछ सकें कि बिकॉज वी आर ए ग्रेट एडमायर ऑफ बजाज फैमिली, आई एम ए शेयर होल्डर ऑफ ऑल बजाज कंपनी। सर मेरा 2 क्वेश्चन आपसे कि व्हेन द कंपनी विल बी in position of HDFC. Now in private sector, only one company is there, housing finance, Bajaj Housing Finance. So what will be your motto to meet the competition with the PSU holding companies listed as LIC Housing, PNB Housing Finance, and GIC Housing Finance? What's your future outlook for the housing finance business? Kindly throw some highlights in that regard. एंड सर जो शेयर होल्डर अगर वो लोन लेने जाए तो उनको कुछ कंसेशन या कुछ रिबेट मिले, ऐसा कुछ प्रोविजन कीजिए। और आई थैंक्स टू यू दैट टुडे वी आर ज्वाइनिंग द मीटिंग व्हेन द ग्रुप इज कंप्लीटिंग 100 years in the country. Kindly send a letter to all the speaker shareholders with your signature on the eve of 100 years of the business of the Bajaj Group in the country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. We move on to our next speaker shareholder, Badri Vishal Bajaj. Mr. Bajaj, could you switch your camera on?
Yeah, switch on.
We can now hear you, sir.
Very good afternoon. Sir, your earlier speaker has given a good report on your slideshow and all, and I appreciate almost all the information is provided. Now, my submission is the YOI growth for the past 3 years, or you take, it is very good and it is maintaining. But the way the competition from banks in housing finance or other institutions like earlier shareholders are told, so you may be facing, because of that, I think your market cap is not improving the way it should be. So as the competition is more, how you are motivating your staff or your representatives to improve so that you can compete with your other institutions in housing loan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bajaj. I now invite Anil Shivaram Gabria to share his thoughts with us. Mr. Gabria.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholder. I am Anil Gabria, shareholder of the company. I am thankful to the company secretary for sending me the copy of notice well in time. Sir, I want to know the current employees in the company, and I want to know how many branches we have. Sir, we trust you in your leadership, and you will reward shareholders in future also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gabria. Our next shareholder, Parimal Y. Mithani, has not joined the meeting. We move on to Pramod Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, could you kindly switch your camera
नमस्कार, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
We can hear you, sir.
Yes, नमस्कार, मैं प्रमोद जैन दिल्ली से, चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। इस एजीएम में आपने मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया और आज के प्रस्तावित सभी रेजोल्यूशन का सर मैं समर्थन करता हूं। सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं, देश के हाउसिंग फाइनेंस सेक्टर में बढ़ती प्रतिस्पर्धा को देखते हुए कंपनी अगले 3 से 5 वर्षों में अपनी बाजार हिस्सेदारी बढ़ाने के लिए क्या रणनीति अपना रही है? सेकंड, क्या कंपनी आने वाले समय में टियर 2 और टियर 3 शहरों, ग्रामीण और अर्ध शहरी क्षेत्रों में अपने किफायती आवास ऋण पोर्टफोलियो का विस्तार करने की योजना बना रही है? और सर, मैं अपने सेक्टर डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं जिन्होंने हमें इस पोर्टल पे जुड़ने के लिए बार बार फोन किया और हमारी मदद करी, जो मैं आपसे इस तरह बात कर पा रहा हूं। और उम्मीद करता हूं मीटिंग खत्म होने के बाद भी हम लोग जब उनसे संपर्क करेंगे वो इसी तरह हमसे संपर्क करेंगे। और सर, मैं एक चीज ये जानना चाह रहा था, 70 रुपए में आप 2 साल पहले आईपीओ लाए थे, हमारा शेयर प्राइस 185-90 रुपए तक चला गया था, आज 100 रुपए से नीचे है। और जो हालात लग रहे हैं, मुझे तो लगता है ये कुछ दिनों बाद डिस्काउंट पे आने वाला है। अभी आप 15-20 मिनट में काफी अच्छा विस्तार से हमारे को समझा रहे थे कंपनी के योजनाओं के बारे में। तो वो जो चीजें हैं वो हमारे शेयर प्राइस पे क्यों नहीं रिफ्लेक्ट हो रही? शेयर प्राइस क्यों गिरता जा रहा है हमारा, जब आप इतना अच्छा काम कर रहे हो? कृपया ये बताने की कृपा करें। धन्यवाद। जय जिनेंद्र।
Thank you, Mr. Jain. Our next shareholder is Amir Ali Lakrawala.
Hello, am I audible now? Can
Yes,
you
sir,
hear me?
loud and clear.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening, respected Chairman Sanjeev sir, MD Atul sir, Company Secretary, Management Team, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Amir Ali Lakrawala, attending today's AGM from Mumbai. I thank our Company Secretary for allowing me to speak and for sharing the AGM report well on time. I congratulate the management on good performance in FY25-26. The company asset under management grew by 23% and profit after tax increased by 18%. I am happy to see that asset quality remains strong with gross NP at only 0.27% and a healthy capital adequacy ratio of 22.
We appear to have lost connectivity there. We move on to our next shareholder, Mr. Om Prakash Kejriwal.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator. Good evening, Sirji. And good evening, everybody attending this AGM. Myself, Om Prakash Kejriwal, equity shareholder from Kolkata. Thank you, Sirji, for providing me the platform to speak something before you. Thanks to our Secretary Department, especially thanks to Mr. Abhijit Deshmukh for calling me and taking my know-how. Sirji, this is my first AGM only due to virtual. So if possible, please follow this virtual AGM in next year also, so that more and more investors from different parts of the world could join our AGM and express their views, and company could take benefit from their views. Sirji, our India is growing. Population of our country is growing, and so our company is also growing. Our revenue has grown to rupees 11,147 crore from rupees 9,554 crore. And net profit has grown to rupees 2,560 crore from rupees 2,163 crore. And so our EPS has grown to 3.07 on face value of rupees 10 from rupees 2.67. Our gross NPA it has grown to 0.27% from 0.29%, and our net NPA maintained at 0.11%. Sirji, good performance. Sirji, what is your expectation for current financial year? Do you declare some dividend in current financial year? Sirji, I have few more questions for you. Is there any dullness in property market? Are you only in Maharashtra market? Sometimes back there was some restrictions in construction activity in Maharashtra due to water shortage. Is this restriction still there? Are we facing any problem due to such restrictions? Sirji, what is our average loan size? Sirji, do we also cover affordable housing segment? And five question, number 5, how much share you have to upload to make your holding 75%, and up to which date you are planning to upload? Sirji, I have 2 suggestions for CSR committee. Please use some of CSR fund to provide drinking water nearby our offices and nearby our factory villages. And second request, sir, please use some of CSR fund in skill development to make our country a developed country. As per latest report of Niti Aayog, 94,000 government-aided schools were closed in last 10 years. It means 25 schools are closing down every day in whole India. So I have few requests also. Please do remember the speaker shareholders at the time of festivals in the same manner as you remember your friends and relatives. At last, Sergi, please maintain your smile and be cheerful. We are always with you as a long-term investor. Thank you, Sergi.
Thank you, Mr. Kejriwal. Reminding shareholders to kindly restrict queries or comments to a maximum of 2 minutes. I now invite Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain? Yes, please go ahead.
यस सर, जय जिनेंद्र, नमस्कार सर। मैं दिलीप कुमार जैन पिंक सिटी जयपुर से बोल रहा हूँ। बहुत अच्छा लगा आपकी ओपनिंग, चेयरमैन सर एंड बोर्ड मेंबर्स जो भी अवेलेबल हैं उन सबको जय जिनेंद्र। बहुत अच्छा लगा, आपने इतने बढ़िया रिजल्ट्स वगैरह सब बताए हैं, बहुत अच्छा लगा। सारी जो क्वेश्चन हम पूछने वाले थे वो ऑलरेडी आपने पहले ही क्लियर हो गए। 4-5 जो क्वेश्चन लिखे हुए थे वो आपने बोल दिए पहले ही, तो क्वेश्चन पूछने वाला तो कुछ भी नहीं है ऐसा कुछ। और एक चीज़ ये थी, सोलर सिस्टम में अपने कितनी कितनी जगह सोलर सिस्टम इंस्टॉल्ड है अपने ऑफिसेज में, और कितनी जगह वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग का सिस्टम है, इसका थोड़ा सा बता दें तो अच्छा रहेगा। और एक सर, एक रिक्वेस्ट थी, मैं जयपुर जयपुर से बोल रहा हूँ, एक हमारा सीएसआर प्रोजेक्ट के रिगार्डिंग बात करना चाह रहा था, इफ यू कैन, इफ इट कैन पॉसिबल। एक सीएसआर प्रोजेक्ट है जयपुर में, हम मतलब चालू करने का है ये प्रोजेक्ट। सीएसआर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन है, अहिंसा पीठ के नाम से, जयपुर से 30 किलोमीटर है, और मॉडर्न एजुकेशन और गुरुकुल एजुकेशन रेजिडेंशियल हॉस्टल के साथ में अवेलेबल है सर। और इसमें एजुकेशन रेजिडेंशियल हॉस्टल है 30 किलोमीटर जयपुर से। मॉडर्न एजुकेशन और एआई पर्सनलाइज सिस्टम भी है इसमें, वो भी एजुकेशन रहेगी, लर्निंग रहेगी पूरी, एआई लर्निंग। और इन हाउस सोलर एनर्जी एंड गैस जनरेशन फ्रॉम फूड वेस्ट, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एनवायरनमेंट क्लाइमेट रेस्पॉन्सिव बिल्डिंग बनेगी, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग है, इस तरह का प्रोजेक्ट है। और ये सर जब इसके लिए हमने लैंड 38 बीघा लैंड जयपुर के पास बस्ती में 30 किलोमीटर यहाँ पे हमने ऑलरेडी ये प्रोजेक्ट मतलब स्टार्ट हो गया है। अगर कुछ बैठ सके और कंपनी कुछ कर सके, बहुत अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट है। और इसमें ट्रस्ट जो बना हुआ है उसने बहुत मेहनत से काम कर रहे हैं सब लोग। तो अगर आपका कोई सहयोग बैठ सके, और सीएसआर में, अगर सीएसआर का रजिस्टर्ड है प्रोजेक्ट, गवर्नमेंट से भी रजिस्टर्ड है, कॉर्पोरेट ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री से भी, तो अगर ऐसा कुछ बैठ सके तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। अगर मैं आपके सेक्रेटरी साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो अपना फ़ोन नंबर या मेल इसी मेल पे भेजूं, ये बता दीजिएगा। मैं एक बार आपको पीपीटी भेज दूंगा, अगर वो देख लीजिए, कंसिडरेबल हो सके तो। जय जिनेन्द्र सर, जयपुर आए तो मिलने का मौका दीजिएगा। जय जिनेन्द्र, सबको आने वाले फेस्टिवल के लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Mr. Jain. We move on to Hiranand Parsuram Kotwani. Mr. Kotwani, we can hear and see you.
Yeah. Respected Chairman, other dignitary attending this meeting, I am Hiranand Kotwani from Kalyan. This is my second meeting. First was physical, this is virtual. This is a great company, a long way to go. Certainly, long vision and mission as Bajaj has been doing all these years. So please narrate, we are raising money, some NCD, why not a right issue at existing shareholders at a convertible debenture of 50, converting after some year 20 rupees premium or 15 rupees premium. It will be reward to the equity shareholder and will be remain with you for a long term. This so many questions was there, but I cancelled. Because Atul Jain has narrated the sustainability report well. So not asking for the sake of asking, but please narrate our area of operation and how we move ahead in the growth and profitability. You said in urban and rural, but please narrate the geographies we are existing, how we are moving ahead geography. Maharashtra, Mumbai, Pune, Kolkata, and other cities. Majority are digital. How many offices are there? How we regulate? And the sustainability and assessment, innovation and expansion. Please narrate how we will going to expand and innovate a new product or a new line. And any contingency fund in this of flood revenge. I have taken loan, some flood has been there in Maharashtra. How are you taking that? Is there the insurance and other is coming? Please narrate in case of this disaster, natural calamity, how our company will cope up. Thank you and best wishes from Hiranand Kotwani.
Thank you, Mr. Kotwani. We move on to our next shareholder, Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenhas. Ma'am, could you please switch your camera on, unmute your microphone and speak?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible and visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Respected Chairman, Mr. Sanjeev Bajaj, Vice Chairman Rajiv Jain, other honorable directors on the board, my dear fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenhas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary and his team for sending an e-annual report. I would prefer a physical copy. Also, registering me as a speaker at my request and giving me this platform to speak. Also, K FinTech people also. Now, very good working is there, good market capitalization and sustainable growth. I congratulate for all the awards and accolades received during the year. Also, very good CSR work. Here, I would add that please, in the CSR, please sponsor or put to you our Bajaj Housing Finance and sponsor the toilets and drinking waters on the highways, especially the road going to Pune if we have to come there. And here I would add that you make it this online or make it hybrid and don't make it directly in Pune where I could not attend at all. So hybrid at least or this type of meeting, we can more people can participate. Now I come to my queries. What is the market share in the luxury houses, penthouses, etc.? What we are doing in financial inclusions. Next is what is the ticket size, loan size, ticket size of loans, especially in the affordable housing sector. Do we have some homes for the old? Rest, as many speakers have spoken earlier to me, so I restrict myself in the better interest of time. I support all the resolutions. I wish my company all the best. May it grow from strength to strength. And I wish you and the entire team very good health, as health is wealth. With this, I end up saying namaskar to everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Mascarenhas. We move on to our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Aspi Bamanshaw Behsania. Mr. Behsania, could you kindly turn your camera on and your microphone?
Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear and see you, sir.
Chairman, sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. So thanks for giving me an opportunity to speak. Sir, I'm quite happy that this time you hold a not physical meeting. Sir, I used to attend your physical meetings in Pune. So please hold physical meeting in Pune so that we can at least attend once in a while. Online also we can attend sitting in Bombay, but still I would prefer physical meeting in Pune. Sir, congratulate the management on very good results, and I hope you continue to show good results. Sir, thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Behsania. We move on to Jyotirmay Haldar, our next shareholder. Could you please unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak, sir? Mr. Haldar? Okay, we'll move on to Mr. Gautam Kedar Prasad Tiwari. Our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Gautam Kedar Prasad Tiwari.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you see me and can you listen me, sir?
We can hear you and now see you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Our honorable chairman, sir, Sanjeev Bajaj ji, our dignified dignitaries on board, and our company CS, and my fellow shareholders. I'm Gautam Tiwari and I'm participating at this AGM from Mumbai. Dear sir, in fact, your opening speech has explained quite a lot about the company's working. I am proud of being a shareholder of the company, sir. Sir, now as a company's IPO was for ₹70 and the prices went even up to 170 at that time, but now it is touching only 100. So why don't you do something to reward the shareholders? Come out with some convertible debentures or some right issue besides paying the dividend. But rest of the thing, I'm a proud shareholder of all group of companies, and I'm very happy to be holder of your company. Thanks, thanks to Abhijit Deshmukh also for allowing me to speak at this platform. I congratulate the management for winning multiple awards and accolades. As such, I'm a usual supporter. I support all resolutions and voted favorably for each one of them. I also support appointments and reappointments of all directors. Sir, I would only like to know what is the further strategy of the company in the days to come? And how many luxury apartments? What is our market share in luxury apartments and affordable homes? And what concession you offer to shareholders if the shareholders tries to buy some luxury apartment or affordable homes? And what is your provision for old age homes, especially who are the shareholders and who need some assistance out of CSR activities? I thank the company for CSR activities, and I'm a proud shareholder of Bajaj Group of companies. Rest all is fine, sir. At the end, I would like to say, sir, दिन ब दिन आपकी खुशियां हो जाए डबल, दिन ब दिन आपकी खुशियां हो जाए डबल, आप सभी से कोसों दूर रहे हर ट्रबल, परमात्मा परमेश्वर रखे आप सभी को सर्वदा सदा सर्वदा फिट, और साल का हर एक दिन आने वाला हर एक दिन आप सभी के लिए हो सुपर हिट। इसी के साथ में सर, once again I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Our next shareholder who will speak is Mrs. Sujan Modak. Mr. Modak,
Hello,
we
we
can
can
see you and hear you.
Yeah, namaskar. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, other Board of Directors. I am Sujan Modak. I am attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata. सर, आज गुरु पूर्णिमा है। गुरु पूर्णिमा का इस अवसर पे मैं सबको नमस्कार करता हूँ, ऊपर वाले से प्रार्थना करता हूँ सब सुस्त रहे। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। आज का दिन बहुत शुभ है। आज का दिन में हमारा मीटिंग हुआ है, एजीएम, बहुत अच्छी बात है सर। सर, हमारा कंपनी का अगर रिजल्ट देखे, बहुत ही अच्छा रिजल्ट आप लोग लेके आए हैं, इसीलिए आई रियली अप्रिशिएट आवर मैनेजमेंट, ऑल द वर्कर्स एंड ऑल पीपल joining with our company. Sir, I have only 3 questions, sir. What is the roadmap for next 3 years? If you can give us, that will be very nice, sir. And what are the steps our company is taking so that there will be no NPA or minimum NPA? To reduce the NPA, what are the steps we are taking, sir? And my last question is that, sir, if you can give us a guidance for next 3 years, a revenue growth guidance, so that will be very nice for the investors, all the investors in this company, sir. Before I finish, I'd like to definitely thank our company secretary, Mr. Atul Patni, and also Avijit Deshmukh, the secretarial department, for doing very good investor services to the investors community. So nothing to add more. Namaskar to all of you. Over to you for further proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Modak. We move on to Mr. Anand Patel. Mr. Patel, could you please switch your camera on and your microphone and go ahead and speak? Sir, you are still muted, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, now.
Okay. So, everyone, good afternoon, and respected chairman and all the directors. It's really a nice to talking. I mean, getting an opportunity to talk to all of you. And Abhijit Deshmukh, thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk to the presenter. So, sir, actually, I have a couple of queries with regards to, means I don't have any issues or any queries, and I don't have any doubt. Even none of us, I guess, all the stakeholders, no one has a doubt on the your management at all. But the thing is, sir, as for the company, the financial growth is measured based on the many parameters. But for the stakeholder or the investor like me, my financial or the investment measures based on my portfolio and its return on investment. So, like as I have already invested, means direct or indirectly, lots of funds in a Bajaj group. It is one of BHFL is one of the group, one of the company where I have invested. But other than this, also I have invested a lot of funds in Bajaj group. But the return on investment out of BHFL is not quite satisfactory, because if I will consider, my portfolio has went to the 50% down, because I have not received any IPO allotment. I have bought it at a later point of time because I have the faith on Bajaj. So with consideration of that, I have small questions and queries, which are 2 direct questions. And I want, as a investor, all the investor want to know this answer. The first question is, suppose I am a fresh investor, so what kind of a message you will pass on to me so that I will encourage myself that, okay, I have to invest with the Bajaj. Housing Finance. So what kind of a message you will provide to me? Because if we, I don't, as of now, we know the market is not doing well, or still Indian market is good, but we can see the FI and DIs are coming in and going back. So that's the reason we can see that, okay, there is a price check, but still, if you will talk about 1 year performance or 1 year of return investment, then it is 25% down. So my question, the second questions, first I have already asked, what kind of, for the new investor, how you will encourage that, okay, come and invest with us. And the second is existing investor like me, how you will satisfied me with your answer that, okay, I have to invest more with the Bajaj Housing Finance so that I will get the better returns in the future. Because it's almost more than a year I have invested, but I can see my portfolio is getting down and down only. So I want all the answers with respect to the investment perspective. I don't have any objections or any queries with regards to your management or how you will do, because I know Bajaj is doing a lot of good things in a society and in a business everywhere. So there is no doubt, no one has the doubt on that. But the query is attract the investor. So kindly please answer those query if you will get the time. Thanks. Nothing else for me.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir. Our next shareholder is Charu Juneja.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, Company Secretary team, and my fellow shareholders, Namaskar. I am Charu Juneja, joining it from Delhi. So this is my first AGM as shareholder of Bajaj Housing Finance, and I feel very proud to be a part of the Bajaj family. So we have full faith in the Bajaj housing story. Housing is the future of India, and with the Bajaj brand, I'm very confident the company will grow strongly and create wealth for all of us. As a long-term shareholder, we could request the management to please share the roadmap for value unlocking and better investor communication so that the share can soon come back to its rightful level. We have already submitted our questions in advance. I kindly request the CS team to please place all my questions before the chairpersons at the time of the answer session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Wishing the entire Bajaj Housing team all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. We move on to our next speaker shareholder, Sarvjit Singh.
Hello, Chairman sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. You can switch your camera on if you wish.
Chairman sir, first of all, good evening to you, all the board of directors, all the staff of Bajaj Housing Finance Limited and my co-fellow shareholder. सर आपने अपने ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स में वीडियो के साथ काफी कुछ बताया कंपनी के बारे में, और सर जिस तरीके से बजाज ग्रुप का नाम है वो सर एक बहुत बड़ा नाम है, और सर थोड़ा सा देखते हुए ये अचंभता होती है कि ये बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस का जो हमारा शेयर प्राइस है वो इस टाइम सर तकरीबन जिस टाइम पे लिस्ट हुआ था उससे आधे रेट पे है। तो सर थोड़ा सा आगे हमारे क्या प्लान है कंपनी को आगे से आगे ले जाने के, सर थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं। बाकी चेयरमैन सर हमारे नेक्स्ट 24 मंथ्स के क्या रोड मैप है, थोड़ा आगे क्या है सर थोड़ा सा इस बारे में बताएं। और सर जिस तरीके से हमारी हाउसिंग फाइनेंस की टीम काम करती है किसी भी चीज को फाइनेंस करने में, तो सर आगे उसके अंदर हमारी क्या योजनाएं हैं, थोड़ा सा सर इस बारे में बताएं। बाकी चेयरमैन सर यही कहना चाहूंगा कि हमें आपके ऊपर पूरा विश्वास है कि आने वाला जो हमारा टाइम है वो सर एक अच्छे से अच्छा टाइम है। और चेयरमैन सर आपसे इस चीज की रिक्वेस्ट भी जरूर करूंगा कि एज अ स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर जो जो हमारी कंपनी में जुड़े हैं उन लोगों की भी टेक केयर जरूर की जाए। क्योंकि सिटिंग फीसिस के ऊपर जब किसी भी इन्वेस्टर और किसी भी शख्स को कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती, तो सर इस चीज में अगर आप थोड़ा देखेंगे तो सर अच्छा रहेगा। बाकी चेयरमैन सर यही कहना चाहूंगा कि हमारी कंपनी ऐसे ही दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी तरक्की करती रहे और आने वाला जो हमारा टाइम है वो एक अच्छे से अच्छा टाइम हो।
Thank you, Mr. Singh. We move on to Mr. Mahendra Pal Bhutani.
Am I audible, sir?
Loud and clear,
Respected Chairman, sir. Respected Chairman, sir. respected board members and fellow shareholder, greetings. I am MP Bhutani, a long-term shareholder of Bajaj Housing. My holding is 266 shares, along with Santosh Bhutani. She is also holding 222 shares. Sir, first, I appreciate the CS team for being extremely investor friendly with timely link and reminder. Thanking you, sir. Sir,
Sir, you've been muted, sir. Sir, could you unmute your microphone?
hello, am I audible now, sir?
Yes, sir, you are.
Ji. So I request the management to please share what step the company is taking to enhance value, deliver good performance, and when can we expect the stock to trade at a fair and respectable level? Sir, I have already submitted my detailed question by mail in advance, and I request the compliance officer to kindly place them before the chairperson at the answer session. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. May God fulfill all your wishes and keep you all happy, healthy, and safe, and your loved one. Thanking you for your time and consideration. I would appreciate your thought on this matter to help us better understand the company vision and strategy. Thank you very much, and गुरु पूर्णिमा की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपसे, आपके अच्छे बोर्ड से, आपकी पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं.
Thank you, Mr. Bhutani. We move on to Mr. K. Bharatraj.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bharatraj?
Yeah, very good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, entire board of directors. I am Bharatraj, attending from Hyderabad. Chairman, sir, wonderful chairman speech. Lot of shareholders raised so many questions. Once again, I support all the resolution. My best wishes to you. All the best for coming years. Take care. God bless you all. I am Bharatraj signing off from Hyderabad. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bharatraj. We move on to our next shareholder, Mr. Murlidhar.
चेयरमैन एंड डायरेक्टर कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को मुरलीधर का दिल्ली से नमस्कार. चेयरमैन की स्पीच में हमारी सारी डाउट दूर हो गए हैं. ऑल रेगुलेशन पास करता हूँ. गुरु पूर्णिमा की बहुत बहुत बधाई हो. आने वाले त्योहारों के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपको. आपके भी त्यौहार अच्छे बने, हमें भी त्योहारों का थोड़ा मौका देना. और चेयरमैन साहब, आपकी स्पीच में हमारी सारी बातें कंप्लीट हो गई और कुछ शेयर होल्डरों ने सवाल पूछे, उसमें हमारे डाउट दूर हो गए. मैं ऑल रेगुलेशन पास करता हूँ. थैंक यू. बधाई.
Thank you, sir. We move on to Mr. Yunus Rangwala. Mr. Rangwala, could you switch your... Yes, we can see you.
नमस्कार सर. वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून सर. गुड आफ्टरनून चेयरमैन सर. कैसे हो सर? हाउ आर यू सर? मैं आपका पूरा बजाज ऑटो ग्रुप का शेयर होल्डर हूँ सर. ओल्डेस्ट शेयर होल्डर सर. आई केम अप द एनुअल मीटिंग इन द बजाज बस. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस ऑल्सो. दिस इज वेरी गुड sir. You are sitting in Pune and we are sitting in Mumbai, but this video conference is very good and very nearby. And sir, I have not received an annual copy sir. Please मुझे balance sheet भेज दे sir. It is my humble request sir. If possible, please send me a balance sheet. And I would like to know what are the total number of staff working at our office, and when was the last anything, sir? As my previous shareholder asked, as an all-day speaker, if you're keeping in mind, please keep me also in your mind, sir, at the time of the festival. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Wishing you a very good luck. And no more question. फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बात, वो सब त्योहारों को शुभकामना देता हूँ. मौसम की बरसात बरसे, मौसम की बरसात बरसे, ऐसी कभी भी आपको कम ना हो और बरस से रहे आप पे, कभी भी कोई गम आपसे दूर रहे सर. एंड दिस इज 18th एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग सर. अभी नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आपका बजाज ऑटो का होगा तब तीनों कंपनी एक ही साथ में रखना सर, क्योंकि एक ही कंपनी के दिन तीनों होना चाहिए सर, क्योंकि आपका एक ही ग्रुप कंपनी है सर. इट इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट सर. हो सके तो एक ही दिन भी तीनों कंपनी रख देना फिजिकल, तो क्या है अपना फटाफट पट जाएगा सर. कहीं को टाइम तो बहुत होता है सर, क्योंकि एक ही दिन में आप पटा सकते हैं सर. दिस इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. हैव अ गुड डे सर. जय हिंद सर.
Thank you, Mr. Rangwala, we move on to Mr. Gundluru Redappa.
Thank you so much, moderator, for giving this opportunity. Respected Chairman, sir, Sanjeev Bajaj ji, Vice Chairman, Mr. Raju Bajaj ji, Managing Director, Mr. Atul Jain ji, हमारा कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मिस्टर अतुल पत्नी जी, the board of directors, independent directors, scrutinizers, auditors, and my fellow shareholders. Good afternoon. Namaskar. Myself, Redappa Gundluru, attending this AGM from Hyderabad. First of all, my heartfelt congratulations to Bajaj Group on celebrating of 100 years of excellence. This is a remarkable milestone, and I wish the group continued success in the years to ahead. I have received the annual report. It is excellent, informative, and beautifully designed, Mr. Chairman and MD. I especially appreciate the photographs showing the company's journey over the years of the memorable milestones. I felt very happy while I'm seeing and watching and analyzing my annual report. It's reflecting a company's rich legacy. I repeat, it's reflect the rich legacy and values of Bajaj Group. I congratulate the chairman, sir, MD, sir, director, sir, for entire team for delivering the strong financial performance of your commitment to the good governance under your leadership. There is no black spot on the company performance, sir. And the governance is transparency, ethically, business practices are and meaningful, tremendous CSR initiatives underlying. It is truly commendable, sir. I also thank the company secretary, Mr. Atul Patniji, and your team and his team for ensuring the smooth shareholder services and the successful conduct of this AGM. Sir, I support all the resolution proposed in the today's AGM with this my company and all the resolutions, sir. Sir, I have two questions I would like to ask you, sir. Sir, first question is, the Bajaj Group celebrates 100 years milestone. What is the key strategic priorities for the Bajaj Housing Finance for the next 5 to 10 years? Second question is outlook for loan growth, asset quality, net profit margin for financial 27. Third question, what steps are being taken to increase the affordable housing finance portfolio while maintaining the healthy profitability? Fourth question, how is the company using digital technology, artificial intelligence to improve customer experiences and loan processing? Fifth and final question, sir. You people management share its plans to expanding the tier 2, tier 3 cities to increasing a market share. And thank you once again for board of directors company to give the opportunity for entire board. I don't have any questions financially. I wish all the best and also, sir, इतने सारे शेयरहोल्डर्स को बजाज ग्रुप से 100 years का एक मोमेंटो बना के ये दिवाली में अच्छा याद कर रखना सर हमारा घर पे शोकेस में लगा देते हैं आपका 100 years का मोमेंटो so please plan company secretary please give approval to company secretary to the memorable all the shareholders senior shareholders all the middle age shareholders are there all I pray God to give more strength wisdom power health especially power health is required board member families KMPs and employees of my company who is working hard. God bless you, sir. Redappa Gundluru, proud shareholder. And also please conduct hybrid if possible. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Redappa. With that, all shareholders who registered to speak at this AGM and did log in have been given an opportunity to express themselves, and I hand the proceedings back to our chairman. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, shareholders, for your suggestions, comments, and queries. I will now request Atul Jain, Gaurav Kalani, our CFO, and Atul Patni, Company Secretary, in that order, to provide their answers. Atul, over to you.
Very good evening to all the shareholders once again, and thank you, Sanjeev, for referring the questions to us. So while I have noted down the questions by individual shareholders, but before I start answering at an individual level, I think there are thematically 2-3 questions which a lot of shareholders have repeatedly asked. To save the time, those questions or that questions I'll try to take at a consolidated level, those questions, and so that then we can come to the individual questions what shareholders have asked. One of the questions which a lot of shareholders have asked on the share price movement and also in context of the share price drop in last 1 year or ever since listing. As a management or as a company, dear shareholders, we can focus on the performance which your company tries to do in terms of meeting the objectives what it laid out when it came public, the growth plans what it stated when it was in public or the prior growth targets, and try to run business diligently so that the company keeps on growing at a profitable pace and also not causing any accidents by having a larger NPS. Just a reference point, in Q1 FY25, the results which were put for when we came in public, for public issue, the asset size of the company was 97,000 crore. Today in Q1 FY27, which is precisely 2 years or 8 quarters, your company has a book size of close to 1,50,000 crore, a tad below 1,50,000 crore, showing close to 50% plus kind of a growth in 2 years or 8 quarters. Similarly, if you look at a profit after tax figure from an operating performance point of view, 2 years back, the company operating profits after tax was 630 crore. This quarter, which the company declared the results just now, the operating profit after tax was 929 crore. These are profit before tax. Sorry. So profit before, there is a growth of close to 50% again in the profitability as well as the asset size. From a management point of view, I can assure all the shareholders, we are very well cognizant of the performance expectations you have from a Bajaj Group company, and we will do our best to keep on meeting the expectations of all shareholders to keep on performing in the way you would expect a Bajaj company to do. Share price movement or an investor movement is not something which as a company or as a management we can influence or control, but we will keep on performing so that your company keeps on creating real value over a longer period. That's on the share price for the larger. Second, which was a thematic question from 3-4 shareholders on the market share for the company. What is the market share of the company in the luxury housing? That was predominantly from Bombay-based shareholders on the market share of the company in luxury housing or the various housing segments. And third was on the growth strategy of the company by 3-4 shareholders on tier 2, tier 3, affordable, and also digital initiatives 1 or 2 customers asked for, or outlook for FY27. Now, in the luxury housing market, if you have to call a luxury housing market above 1 crore to 5 crore kind of a home loan ticket size, because there are luxury market can be qualified as even up to 100 crore as well. But if you look at a 1 crore to 5 crore kind of a home loan market, which is luxury market, if you classify that, your company has a market share in acquisition at close to 4.2% to 4.5% in various months. That means the company, despite the presence of a long list of banks, our penetration there is higher. In the affordable side or in the lower ticket size, your company's penetration is lower, close to 1.5 to 1.8% market share, because the company had been largely focused earlier on prime housing. 2 years back, the company started the Sambhav housing, which when we were presenting on the management update to the shareholders, that the company has been focusing on growing Sambhav housing, and it will continue to focus and invest deep in growing Sambhav housing so that the market share in the lower ticket size customers also of the company grows in line with where the company market share is in digital, where the company market share in the luxury housing. Now with that, I'll come to on the outlook for FY27, which few shareholders asked for. My submission would be that is what I covered during the presentation, and also now will be part of the deck which will get uploaded on the website of the company. Company expects to grow at the same pace or near the same pace what it grew last year at 21 to 23%. From a profitability point of view, company expects to maintain the profitability of ROE of 2.1 to 2.3%, which is again in line with what last year is there. GNPAs on the asset quality, 1 or 2 shareholders said, how do we continue to maintain? Your company expects again GNPAs to be well within the range, which is towards the lower end of lower end in the market to 30 to 35 bips only in the current year. With this, I'll try to cover specific questions asked by the shareholders. श्री दिलीप जी ने जयपुर से पूछा था सोलर सिस्टम इंस्टॉलेशंस का, हमारा ऑफिसेस का और वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग का. सर, हम लोगों का जो जितनी ब्रांचेस हैं जनरली लीज्ड हैं और ऑफिसेस जो मल्टी स्टोरी टावर्स के अंदर में हैं, तो सोलर इंस्टॉलेशन हमारा सेपरेटली हम ट्रैक नहीं करते हैं, क्योंकि ये हम लोग सब कमर्शियल ऑफिसेस के अंदर लीज में है. कोई भी ऑफिस बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस का अपना ओन्ड ऑफिस नहीं है. तो सोलर का इंफॉर्मेशन मेरे पास में अलग से आपके नहीं होगा। वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग अगेन ये कमर्शियल ग्रेड ए टावर्स हैं, इनमें सब में लार्जली जो गवर्नमेंट मैंडेटेड वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग है वो होता है। इन टर्म्स ऑफ अमरेली जी ने, लक्कड़वाला जी ने एसेट क्वालिटी के बारे में कहा कि एसेट क्वालिटी अच्छा है, उसको मेंटेन कैसे रखेंगे। सर हमारा कोशिश यही रहता है कि जैसा हम देख के अंडरराइटिंग करते हुए हम ये सोच के देते हैं पैसा कि हम अपना पैसा दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप शेयर होल्डर्स का पैसा हम जब डिप्लॉय करते हैं वही डिलीजेंस हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि हम रखते रहें, ताकि आपकी एसेट क्वालिटी वैसी ही रहे जैसे अभी है। मनोज जी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि व्हेन द कंपनी विल बी इन अ पोजीशन टू बी एन अनदर एचडीएफसी एंड व्हाट विल बी अवर एंड व्हाट इज अ फ्यूचर आउटलुक फॉर our company and a shareholder rebate he asked for. Now, thank you, Manoj ji, for your encouraging words, because you have confidence on us, and we believe that confidence of supporters like you will help us keep on growing the way we have been growing, and also keeps on motivating us to keep on doing the work what we are trying to do. We are not mapping ourselves to a particular company. Yes, of course, HDFC Limited in Housing Finance Company had been a name which any company in housing finance sector should aspire to be. But we have charted our own path, which is inspired by HDFC, but we want to be an HDFC of tomorrow, as our chairman had called 2 years back, that we want to be an HDFC of tomorrow, not HDFC of yesteryear. We are guided and motivated by their performance and their achievement over the years. We hope to create our own path and make our shareholders, our employees, and our ecosystem at large proud of what we have delivered as we did. As a future outlook for our company, sir, we have given the guidelines for the current year. We continue to believe very strongly in the housing finance industry. We continue to believe very strongly in our company ability to deliver the results, to keep on growing at a much faster pace than what industry is growing, thus keep on gaining market share and deliver profitable growth for your company, sir. Vishal Bajaj ji asked a question on while YOY growth is good, but how we are maintaining ourselves in line of the competition from banks and other HFCs, and how we are ensuring that our employees are being motivated to keep on doing more despite the intense competition. Sir, your company is a part of a Bajaj group, and we don't consider ourselves, or none of our employees considers ourselves anywhere inferior or anywhere lower than any bank employee when we go out in the market and compete against the other banks. We feel more confident because we have a trust and the legacy of Bajaj Group. We have our ambitions to become one of the leading mortgage players in the country. That is why, with the confidence of shareholders like you and with the confidence of our employees in our ability to leverage the brand name what we are bestowed with, we feel that we will continue to grow the market share of your company as we have continued to do over the last 3 years. And with your wishes and with the blessings of our shareholders, all employees will continue to strive themselves more to keep on achieving. We don't need any external other motivation for us to keep on trying to do more work to deliver the market share. Anil Gabria ji ne specific question पूछा था, number of current employees and number of branches. Sir, our number of employees is 2025 as of 30th of June, and number of branches are 224 as of 30th of June, sir. प्रमोद जी ने भी वही क्वेश्चन कंपटीशन को लेके पूछा था, और टियर 2 और टियर 3 की स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में पूछा था कि कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ा हुआ है, तो हम उसके हिसाब से कैसा अपना बिजनेस का मेंटेन करना चाहते हैं, हमारा मार्केट शेयर कैसे मेंटेन करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि इतना है। फिर उनका प्रश्न शेयर प्राइस की तरफ था, जो मैंने एक जर्नल तरीके में आंसर किया है कि शेयर प्राइस का जो क्वेश्चन है उसका हम स्पेसिफिक आंसर एज अ मैनेजमेंट नहीं कर सकते। सर, कंपटीशन तो रहेगा, मैंने पुराने क्वेश्चन में भी कहा कंपटीशन तो रहेगा, लेकिन हम भी थोड़ा कंपटीशन से हल्के नहीं है। हम ग्रो करते रहेंगे, हमारा स्ट्रेटेजी सिंपल है, हम काम करते रहेंगे। हमारे पास में नाम भी है, हमारे पास में पैसे भी हैं, मार्केट से पैसे बोरो हमको मिलते हैं, क्योंकि आपकी कंपनी AAA रेटेड है, जो मार्केट की हाईएस्ट क्रेडिट रेटिंग है। उसकी वजह से हमारे को जो एक्सेस टू फंड्स होता है वो कॉम्पिटिटिव प्राइसिंग पे है। हमारा फोकस अपनी कॉस्ट मैनेजमेंट पे रहेगा और रहा है, तो कॉस्ट मैनेजमेंट फोकस रहेगा, फंड्स रीजनेबल लेवल पे हमारे पास में एक्सेस है, तो हम compete कर सकते हैं, वे जो हम कर रहे हैं और हम करते रहेंगे, सर। ओम प्रकाश केजरीवाल जी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, और एक तो उनका CSR के बारे में सजेशन था, दैट आई लीव टू अवर CSR कमेटी एंड आई विल रिक्वेस्ट अवर कंपनी सेक्रेटरी लेटर ऑन टू कनेक्ट विद हिम ऑन if there is a specific there. The question was on, dullness in residence market, and whether are we only in Maharashtra, and recently you had heard on water shortage in Maharashtra. No sir, we are not only in Maharashtra. Maharashtra is one of the important markets for us. We are a pan-India player with 224 branches presence. Maharashtra also, there has not been any disruption in any construction during the recent or whenever there was a water shortage. Of course, now in last 1 month, the rains have been very good. There is no water shortage, but there was no halt given by any authority in any construction activity, even during the water shortage. But we continue to remain presence across states. Your second question was on average loan ticket size of home loans. अलग-अलग मार्केट, अलग-अलग हमारे जो होम लोन की ब्रैकेट्स हैं, जैसे हमारा जो प्राइम होम लोन का टिकट साइज है वो 50 लाख के करीब है. एवरेज टिकट साइज इज क्लोज टू 50 lakhs. Near prime over average ticket size is close to 28 lakhs. So the ticket sizes are different for both the different markets where we are operating in. You also referred to dullness in residential market. Yes, to the certain extent there is a dullness in the residential sales, because the last 3-4 years in the residential sales had been very good, as is a normal phenomena, sir. After a good amount of a growth, there is always a period of a stability. I'll call it a period of a stability rather than a dull real estate demand. That whether a bit of a dullness or a slowness in residential demand can impact your company growth prospects, I'll not correlate it with that, because your company's market share remains low compared to the overall housing industry or overall housing finance industry. So we believe even if there is a small stability or a small period of a stability in the residential demand, your company can continue to grow at the pace what it sets itself to be, because there is a market overall is very large. I'll move to question from Hiranand ji, which was saying that why we are raising money through NCDs, why not rights issue, and how do we move ahead with the geo expansion. Sir, NCDs is a debt instrument which helps us. If we raise money more through NCDs, it helps us to leverage more the capital what you shareholders have provided. And in terms of that, since our debt ability to raise debt is at a far cheaper amount or percentage than the shareholder returns what we want to generate as return on equity, it is advisable for your company, sir, to continue to raise money through NCDs till a particular leverage level is reached where we can offer an optimized ROE. So the company will continue to raise money through NCDs and will come to the shareholders to raise money through rights issue as and when its capital adequacy requires a replenishment or requires a more capital buffer. The other question was on BCP and what are the contingency plans and the geo expansion plans for the company. Company continues to go forward in the geo expansion and opening the branches as it moves forward basis the economic viability of a location. Sir, your company is in mortgage business. Mortgage business is largely a value business rather than a count business or a volume business, because the returns or the book size is more in the value rather than there. And the value is more concentrated towards the top end of the cities. That is where geo expansion, the company does evaluating the viability of a branch or a viability of a location, then goes there. And that also was a thematic question raised by a lot of shareholders in tier 2 and tier 3. Your company keeps on gradually moving to more tier 2 and tier 3 cities, but it assesses the location viability and also the operating OPEX required to open a branch or open a presence in that market versus the book size what we are able to build in that market. It is a calibrated strategy, and every year we continue to open more branches, and we shall continue to do that and continue to penetrate more in the geo expansion. On a BCP, sir, company has detailed plans for each scenario in terms of how, including any IT contingency, there are regular DR drills which are taken place to ensure that in case of any eventuality which causes large-scale disruption, your company can continue to function efficiently and without much disturbance. Ma'am, Celestine, she asked a question on market share in luxury housing, which I have answered overall. On the financial inclusion, ma'am, your company has started on Sambhav Housing, which we explained in the presentation. We will continue to build very deep in affordable, which is a financial inclusion part from our side. For next 2 years also, as we called out in my presentation, till FY29 as well, your company will continue to invest very deeply in the affordable housing so that we can grow our market share in affordable. Your company started as a prime housing focused company. We started Sambhav housing or affordable housing or a near prime housing just 2 years back. But having started late, your company remains fully committed and to grow this side of the business much faster than the other business so that we can catch up on the first 5 years of our operation. Ticket size for affordable, ma'am, for affordable ticket size is close to 17 to 18 lakh rupees in the average ticket size for affordable there. For old people housing, ma'am, there is no specific scheme company has. It is as per the customer eligibility and the financial ability to service a loan where the company gives the loans irrespective of the age of the customer. Shri Gautam ji asked question besides the share price, which I have answered on future strategy for the company. I think that's answered. Market share, sir, the company has today in acquisition in home loan industry, which is a more published industry or a more tracked industry, which is a 54% assets of the company, but that we have a 2.6% market share as of last year. Your company intends to keep on growing 30 to 40 bips market share every year. For CSR activity, again, you have given a suggestion. I'll request company secretary team to connect with you later on. Sujan Modak ji asked the question in terms of a roadmap for next year. Sir, I think we have covered there. And steps to minimize and reduce NPS. Sir, that I answered. Your company, all employees, we continue to improve upon our underwriting practices, monitoring of our risk metrics, and also monitoring any risks which may be emerging in the portfolio to continue to deliver lower NPAs and so that your money is protected with the company. Revenue growth guidance for next 3 years. So our guidance on a ROA, which is a revenue metric for a return metric for our ROA, remains in the range of for medium term 2 to 2.2%, while for the current year we have given a guidance for 2.1 to 2.3%. But on a long medium term, as the company leverage increases, our ROA guidance remains at 2 to 2.2%. Your company remains committed to deliver that revenue for the shareholders. Shri Ahmed Patel ji asked question on which was, why should an investor look at BHFL? And as a fresh investor or as an old investor, how to invest? Sir, that answer lies again in the share price question. We as a management, we as a company will continue to work to deliver the value creation for your company in the best possible manner, deploying the capital entrusted to us in the most efficient manner. Share price and the investors will take their appropriate call basis their assessment of the portfolio and when do they think they should invest more in the company. Charu Juneja ji question also was more or less in line of a shareholder line. Sarbjit Singh ji question also was on company plan to meet next 24 months growth plan, sir. We addressed that in the overall context. Mahinder Pal ji had a specific question. I'll refer the company secretary team to later on give me the cases, cases which or the questions what he had asked for. Mr. Redappa asked for key strategic priorities for BHFL. So that I covered during my presentation. In the company priority remain to grow home loan market share. Company priority remains to build a sustainable, profitable business, and the company priority remains to keep on growing the market share and the company growth pace to be much higher than the industry growth pace. Outlook for FY27, sir, has been shared. Affordable housing, again, I have covered, sir, in the earlier day. Now I'll ask for the specific questions asked by Mr. Bhutani or ma'am. Here are the questions. Just okay. Bhutani sir's question was on share price erosion. I think I've answered that. And again, market perception on because of a market price growth and valuation gap. Sir, I think the on investor on the first question, sir, all were on the share price, which I have answered. Investor communication and transparency initiatives, management conduct regular investor call. Sir, we after each quarter result, after the results are declared, the company management goes into an investor and analyst call, which where the company management answers all questions by any shareholder and investor. Also, management engages with the shareholder, with the large institutional investors or the shareholders on a once a year basis by the traveling to the various locations, both domestic as well as the foreign investors, to explain about the company performance and the company future growth plan. This is, I think, Sanjeev, this is.
Thank you, Atul. With that, members who have not yet cast their vote are requested to do so now. The voting facility will remain open for another 30 minutes, and the result of the voting, along with the scrutinizer's consolidated report, would be declared and hosted on the company's website and KFIN's website within 2 working days of conclusion of this AGM, and shall also be filed with the exchanges. A recorded transcript will also be made available on the company's website as soon as possible. At the end, I would like to thank you for your continued support and trust reposed in us, and also for participating, for so many of you for participating at this meeting from around the country. I pray for your good health and safety, and subject to voting, I declare the proceedings of the meeting as concluded. Thank you.